own editorial choices about what appears on their site.
Currently, the platforms, again, as non-governmental entities, are making their own determination about truth or falsity.
In two other cases, one involving school board members from the Poway Unified School District in Southern California and another city manager from Port Huron, Michigan, constituents were blocked from viewing accounts. Plaintiffs claim First Amendment right to free speech in digital spaces. The First Amendment does not currently protect messages posted on social media platforms. Margie Schaefer, KCBS. We've all heard stories of a federal agency like the EPA or Securities and Exchange Commission slapping a business with a big fine for violating a regulation. KCBS reporter Eric Thomas says they could lose the power to do that in a case the U.S. Supreme Court will hear tomorrow.
In 2013, the Securities and Exchange Commission slapped hedge fund manager George Cherkesy with $1 million penalty for misleading investors. That ruling was handed down by an administrative law judge who worked for the commission. Cherkesy's lawsuit challenges the decision on several things.
The first one they bring is that you are entitled to have a jury. Well, if you're entitled to have a jury, then you need to be in a federal district court.
Kent Barnett is Associate Dean at the University of Georgia School of Law. He says if the Supreme Court sides with Cherkesy, not only would the SEC have to stop using administrative law judges, other agencies in the executive branch would have to as well. And he adds that the Roberts Court has been skeptical of the scope of executive branch power.
I think that's a fair assessment. There's certainly concern over how large the administrative state is and how expansive it's able to regulate.
Cherkesy has major support from Tesla's Elon Musk and Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban in his lawsuit. Eric Thomas, KCBS.
Each year, Giving Tuesday encourages people to give back to their community. KCBS's Shannon Golden shares more. For San Rafael's Ritter Center, this year has brought one challenge after another. In January, we had so much rain and so much flooding happened in the area that our clients experiencing homelessness lost everything. That's Kate Harrell, the center's director of marketing, who says the center had to make an emergency appeal to the community after the storms, asking for wet weather gear. A few months later, they filed another appeal requesting emergency food donations. We've also had moments in the last couple of months where our food pantry's gone dry, and we've never had that before. But Harrell says the center is still hoping to raise $500,000 before the year's end, which will help fund a holiday dinner for clients experiencing homelessness and a family gift card program. One of the center's almost 3,000 clients, DeMarco, says he's grateful for everything the Ritter Center has to offer.
It's the only place I can come to get food and clothes and something to support myself with.
And as the weather turns, the center is asking the community to donate those high-need items like sleeping bags, coats, and blankets. To donate, visit rittercenter.org. In San Francisco, I'm Shannon Golden, KCBS.
A little late buying left stocks with small gains. Weighted averages rose less than 1/3%. Dow Industrials added 84. The S&P rose 3. The Nasdaq climbed 41. Cyber Monday lived up to the hype. Adobe Analytics reports U.S. shoppers spent a record $12.4 billion online yesterday, up 9.6% from last year. Consumers remain resilient despite dwindling savings and high interest rates. U.S. home prices are at an all-time high. A monthly report from S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller finds prices up 3.9% in September versus a year ago. Prices rose 0.7% month to month. GM is taking a step back from autonomous driving after a pedestrian injury last month led it to suspend testing. The Financial Times reports the automaker will announce plans tomorrow to spend less on its Cruise self-driving unit. Larry Kofsky, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, long-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family. Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapor Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapor Shower for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapor Stick for usages 4 and up. Vapor Shower use for adults only.
Are you saying John buys Bay Area houses will buy any house, no matter the condition?
That's right. Any house, any condition, anytime.
I really don't have to do any repairs?
No repairs. John will buy your house as is.
What if it is just an old inherited house?
John will take it.
Well, what if it has problematic tenants?
John buys Bay Area houses, we'll take it.
What if I want to leave stuff behind when I relocate?
Take whatever you want and leave the rest. Just call John at 426-7000.
They will really take care of everything?
Sure. And all that service is free, with no fees, no commissions, and especially no hassle. Just call 510-426-7000. John Buys Bay Area Houses is the best solution for you. Just call 510-426-7000. You have nothing to lose. 510-426-7000.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows a program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-298-3904. 800-298-3904. 800-298-3904. Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Claire's in the traffic center. She's got a crash on 80 in Albany.
Yeah, this is a baddie. This is the westbound direction of Interstate 80. They're coming out of Richmond into Albany, West 80 before Buchanan. An overturned SUV. It is on its roof. The two left lanes are blocked off very quickly. It's backing up from Central Avenue, and that backup is starting to grow even as I take a look at it. I want to look at Highway 37 now. Still a busy drive here, E37 as you're coming out of Sears Point. It's probably from about the Fresh Air Bridge. That's right where you cross over to Skaggs Island, and it stays busy across Mare Island on your way into Vallejo. I don't see any accidents there since evening traffic still trying to thin out. A pretty good looking drive right now into Canola. Still a little bit busy on northbound Interstate 680 from Andrade Road up to Highway 84. But little by little, that's getting better. Though Vallecito Road is still a little bit below speed from 680 over to just past the cheese plant. Our next report is at 8:08 on the traffic leader KCBS.
Thank you, Claire. Looking at weather, chance of rain across the bay likely starting after midnight. Low should be in the mid to upper 40s tonight. Tomorrow, chance for rain through the Bay Area through the whole day. Highs should be in the 50s across the bay. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. It is Tuesday, November 28th, 2023. Coming up on KCBS.
I'm Megan Holsby at UC Berkeley because they do a lawsuit from a Jewish nonprofit claiming the school allows rampant
I'm Pat Thurston. CBS News covers the world next. When you need to know.
KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and all these stations.
8 o'clock.
CBS News on the hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Hamas and Israel release a fifth group of hostages, which includes 10 Israelis and 2 Thai citizens. In return, Israel has freed 30 Palestinian prisoners. CBS's Lilia Luciano and tell us learn more from the Israeli hostages about their conditions in captivity.
She told me sometimes the food was not enough and the water was not enough. She told me at some point they had a small bottle of water for each person for 2 days.
Yair Rotem says his niece, 13-year-old Hila, emerged on Saturday thinner, pale, and quiet, but is improving. Today marks the second of 3 days of memorials for former First Lady Rosalynn Carter. Her husband Jimmy attended a ceremony at Atlanta's Glen Memorial Church along with the Bidens, the Clintons, and former First Ladies Bush, Obama, and Trump. Her son Jimmy said his mother was vital to the family.
Held our family together through the ups and downs and thicks and thins of our family's politics. As individuals, she believed in us.
Rosalynn Carter's funeral tomorrow is private. Disgraced South Carolina lawyer Alex Murdaugh is sentenced for stealing some $12 million from clients and his law firm. Judge Clifton Captain Newman tells Murdoch who's already serving 2 life sentences without parole for murdering his wife and younger son.
One 20-year sentence and a consecutive 7-year sentence for total sentence of 27 years.
Scientists make a breakthrough in how lung cancer spreads. CBS's Nicole Skaggs.
Scientists at Tulane University say they found a way to stop a protein that spreads lung cancer. The study is the first to show that 3 proteins in the body cells can work together to impede a 4th protein, the one that helps cancer cells grow. They hope the findings lead to a new anti-cancer drug and more personalized treatment.
Billionaire investor Charlie Munger, an opponent of taxes on the wealthiest Americans and Warren Buffett's partner at Berkshire Hathaway, has died at the age of 99. CBS News business analyst Jill Fletcher.
Although Warren Buffett is often seen to be the face of Berkshire Hathaway, Charlie Munger was an equal and important partner to Buffett. Buffett's nickname for Munger was the abominable no man because he loved to reject potential investments.
Oakland is getting a new minor league baseball team, the Oakland Ballers, or Bees for short, with plans to begin play in May of 2024. The intent is to keep baseball alive in Oakland as the Athletics move to Las Vegas. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you with Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution. You can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
It's 8:03 at the Bay Area's news station, KCBS. Light rain is expected late tonight. Good evening. I'm Pat Thurston, and here's what's happening. UC Berkeley is facing a lawsuit that claims the school allows a rampant anti-Semitic atmosphere. KCBS's Megan Goldsby has more.
The suit was filed by the nonprofit Louis D. Brandeis Center for Human Rights Under Law. Eliza Lewis is their president.
Jewish students are being assaulted. There are Jewish students and faculty who are receiving hate mail calling for their gassing and murder.
Dan Moguloff speaks for UC Berkeley and says they see many protests over the Israel-Hamas war.
The university is well aware of the extent to which some of the demonstrations and some of the things being chanted are found to be deeply offensive on the part of Jewish members of our community. We cannot stop that expression because it is protected by the Constitution of the United States.
Lewin says they're citing anti-Semitism before the conflict, saying almost 24 student groups have bylaws preventing the Zionists from speaking engagements.
For example, the women of Berkeley would not bring in a speaker to speak about Roe v. Wade if that speaker believed that Israel had a right to exist.
These are incredibly complicated and challenging times, and we are sparing no effort to address the needs and interests of Jewish members of our campus community.
At UC Berkeley, Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
A big environmental group has come out in opposition to a plan from some tech billionaires to build a new city in Solano County. KCBS's Chris Ancarlo reports the potential development is being criticized for ignoring growth planning in the county.
A group of billionaires acting under the company Flannery LLC bought more than 55,000 acres to build their California Forever project.
The opinion of the group is that we've seen this all before. This is not something new.
Joe Feller is with the Solano group of the Sierra Club, which announced its opposition to the proposed city today. Feller says the group's been fighting these types of developments in Solano County for 40 years.
And in fact, we had a grassroots initiative passed in 1984 called the Orderly Growth Initiative, specifically to stop these kind of situations.
Flannery is selling the project as a city of the future, but Feller says it's more of a callback to the past.
It still strikes me as a 1930s style project. In fact, I was watching Chinatown and I was like, man, the parallels are just amazing.
The opposition comes as Flannery is set to hold a series of town halls to sell the California Forever project in the East Bay. Chris Ancarlo, KCBS.
The state is putting San Francisco on notice. A deadline set for yesterday required the city to pass its so-called housing element ordinance or else lose control of local zoning laws. As KCBS's David Welch reports, that deadline came and went without a resolution.
A tidal wave of unregulated building isn't upon us yet, but the California Department of Housing and Community Development is giving the city 30 days to pass Mayor London Breed's housing ordinance. If you're sensing a lot of threats here, that's because there are.
State of San Francisco has not missed any deadlines.
That's Board of Supervisors President Aaron Paskin. In his view, the state shouldn't be weighing in on local building codes to begin with.
The state of California has taken local land use controls.
He's talking about what's known as the builder's remedy. Either cities build more housing or lose control over their zoning. For some, a builder's remedy would spell disaster for city planning. But for State Senator Scott Wiener, who blocked the state legislation, it's a way of motivating cities like San Francisco.
It shouldn't take years to get new housing permitted. It should take a lot less than that, and that's what this legislation will do.
The Board of Supervisors plans to start discussing the housing element over the next few weeks. In San Francisco, David Welch, KCBS.
Efforts to recall Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price took another turn during the County Board of Supervisors meeting today after the board voted 3-2 to put rule changes to the recall process on the March 2024 ballot. The amendment would align the county's recall laws with that of the state. Among the rules that would change, the amount of signatures needed to bring about a recall vote. State law requires more signatures than the county currently does. Recall supporters say the rule change targets them as they're in the middle of collecting signatures. And just ahead on KCBS, I'm Raquel Maria Dillon. What conditions will public transit agencies have to meet to get a budget bailout and survive without cutting service in the next couple years? Well, let's check traffic. Claire Beverly is in the traffic center. She's that problem, that crash on 80 is an overturned SUV. That continues to be a problem.
Yeah, it sure is. This is westbound Interstate 80 coming out of Richmond into Albany, right before you get to Buchanan Street. That's where this SUV rolled over. It ended up on its roof. The two left lanes blocked off there. Amazingly, unfortunately, all the people are out walking around, so nobody too seriously hurt, but it's going to take a while to get your lanes clear. And as I look at the KCBS into Buchanan, traffic is backed up from before Central Avenue. But past that, a good drive the rest of the way getting into Emeryville. No delays on the Oakland freeways, 880, 580, and Highway 13, Highway 24. Everything there has now resumed to normal speed. A good drive out of Castro Valley and Devlin on 580, but you do still have some brake lights in the Altamont Pass, East 580 from just before North Flynn, right over toward Grant Line. It's a busy drive. Our next report is 818 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
There's a chance of rain across the Bay Area tonight, likely starting after midnight. Lows in the mid to upper 40s are expected. And then tomorrow, continued chances for rain throughout the Bay Area. Highs in the 50s across the Bay. Traffic and weather together on the 8th from Hermes Riddle 69 and AM 730 KCBS.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problems. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Requesting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff, so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-900-6177 to speak to an expert. That's 800-900-6177.
Let's return to your news watch. BART, Muni, and other public transit agencies are getting a bailout from the state and the Metropolitan Transportation Commission. But as KCBS's Raquel Maria Dillon explains, there are strings attached to that budget bailout. BART and Muni are getting the bulk of the money from the state budget and the Metropolitan Transportation Commission. So in addition, they'll have to